Welcome to another beautiful and wonderful episode of Spot On. This is a show where we talk about matters around a youth, a typical youth. You can call them a millennial. Back in the day, they used to be called .coms. So millennials. You remember .com? Yeah? So I'm your host for this show. My name is MC Bedan King. And I am joined by the wonderful panel as always. So we can start from my right. So please.
.com.
I'm missg.com, but my name is Hilda Katebe. And let's have fun, like always.
Hilda, on my left.
Ulikuwa umechanganishwa left na right? You were thinking?
No, I'm okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about the .com thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm still stuck there.
Okay. My name is Sheila Juma, and I'm so excited for this episode. Yes.
Yeah, and my name is William Tai. It's always an honor and pleasure to be here. Very super excited to be here.
So there you have it, viewers. So the wonderful gang, as always. So
Gang.
yeah.
.com.
So today we are talking about another. Guys, you need to. I'm sure you're excited for this show.
Need to know how old you are.
This is.
Back in the day.
Back in the days.
Yes, Mimi. During our time, still going to .com.
Okay.
You guys probably were not yet born then. I won't tell you my age.
Maziwa moi peke yao.
Billy pia anajua kuwa. But again,
Mimi nilikunywa maziwa moyo.
really? Kwa
shule.
TV?
Labda nyinyi mkifikiwa.
Guys, settle down. So now, today we are having another awesome topic. Last week we were talking about the topic of do not judge me mentality, and we had a good time just discussing around how whether or not to judge me, whether is it judging someone or is it condemning someone. So today we want to drift a bit, and to start us off, I want to read this psalm. This is David who was praying this and was saying, is Psalm 139 verse 14, which says, I'm sure you all know this. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that fully well. Sorry. So that should be our guiding verse for today. So in line with this, we are discussing this is amazing, self-esteem and body image. So what is self-esteem and what is body image? To help me tackle this topic, ndakuwa nawarushia tu kidogo. But again, this is in line with finding your identity. All this should be around Christ. Sawa. So how does a youth, a millennial ndio nako chini ya youth, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
2000 and good.
From 2000, eh? Watu wa 2000, sindio? Yeah. So how do you find your identity, and do you have to compromise your body, whether be it working out, be it skin lightening? The other day we saw some other people doing that, not mentioning names, but there's that influence, and it is there. And there's a pressure. The pressure is there, man. And we should not be blind to that. So can we discuss this?
Yeah.
Can we discuss this?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it is affecting us. Hata mimi there are times naendanga, let me tell you this, guys. Man, nilienda mahali nikaitwa kimbaba. Because of
Kitambi.
Stop shouting. Stop shouting. You don't have to shout. Man, Akido called me kimbaba. I was like, kimbaba kingine. I'm like, who are you talking about? So, there's pressure already from Atoi, like I need to I go to the gym, man.
Yeah.
You understand? So, is it affecting us? Is it?
I think, okay, first of all, placing gymming and skin lightening in the same sector, it's two different things, because there's nothing really wrong with gymming. Okay. Like going to the gym, you know, your body is a temple, yes, but you don't want to have an unhealthy temple. You know, you want to keep fit. There's a bare minimum.
The temple should be lit.
Yeah, temple should be lit, man. Mini.com. So, yeah, there's the bare minimum of, you know, taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself. And as someone who goes to the gym is basically just taking care of themselves. However, there's of course those ones who just idolize their body and everything revolves around gymming, and that's their whole life. Gym. Maybe it's their career and there's no problem with that. But when it gets to a point where it's become an idol in your life, and I think that's when the problem comes in. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with gymming. Like taking care of your body, going to the gym, absolutely necessary, in fact, as humans.
So you want to mean that if I am fat, you know, wanasemanga Mungu alikupatia height, lakini unaona ni mtu kujitafutia, si ndio? Sasa wewe umejitafutia, si ndio? I mean, we are just coming out of a lockdown, sorry. Watu wamekula, you know, people are doing all sorts of menus kwa, you know, watu wanapika lasagna. You know what lasagna is? Oh, sorry, do you know what lasagna is? Sorry, moving on. Watu wamekuwa wakipika, you know, all sort of recipes and stuff.
Yeah.
So watu wame increase weight. So does it make you feel like you're less of a person when you're coming to worship God? That is a question. Do you need to go to the gym? Does it affect your self-esteem in the presence of God, or well interacting with other brethren or sistren? Does it?
You know, a friend of mine is big.
Alijitafutia.
Yeah, and for him, he's comfortable with his body.
Okay.
You know, he likes. This is what he likes saying, that even the Bible acknowledges kitambi, and he paraphrases a scripture. He says, "From the belly flows rivers of life." So nasemanga, you guys, if you're a
need to zoom
guy,
here.
you see latest stories at gym. And for him, I think him being big, it doesn't affect his self-esteem. But it's another issue if you know you're big and it makes your self-esteem goes down.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. So if you're big and you feel you struggle being in a crowd, you struggle going out with your friends, I think you need to do something then.
I think the issue then is body shaming.
Body shaming.
Body shaming.
It's a new word right there. Okay.
It's a
Tell
new
us
word.
about it.
Body shaming is the act of shaming a body.
Okay. Basically.
Basically, like you see someone and because they're not to your beauty standards, you criticize them, you shame them, you make them feel like they
They're
look
so
ugly,
person,
you know, they're so fat or they're so skinny, or like, you know, even the simplest of statements of when wale kwenda mara mbili kwa line ya chakula, or someone who's so skinny, kwani you don't eat, says that the person may be struggling with gaining weight.
I know.
Hands up over here, I am one of those people. You too. Yeah, I mean, it's vice versa. It can be of the person who's actually struggling to lose weight and the person struggling to gain weight. But body shaming is what makes people, you know, feel like they are not okay in their own skin, like they need to change something so that they can please someone else.
Okay.
They're not even doing it for themselves to be healthy, but they're doing it so that other people can accept them and other people can, you know, be happy with the way, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at your body like a room.
Yeah.
So
Like a what?
Like
A
a
room,
room,
okay.
yes. Like in a room you have seats,
Okay.
you have curtains, you have everything you want there. Now one day you will come and it's like, maybe this is too much. That's when in your body you will go to the gym. But if it is fine, if the curtains are fine, the seats are okay, and
There's
you're
no
okay
need.
with it, you're okay with someone else seeing that, then that is fine.
Yeah.
Ile uleta shida ni nini? Food.
Ile you let a shida is now the body shaming aspect.
Yeah.
And it's in the little words, ile little words like, ai, sungepunguza kidogo. Ama, hiyo nguo inakufanya ukae mkubwa.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So what you're basically trying to say is people put others down with
Yeah.
their words,
Yeah.
and they make them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Even, does it happen in church? Does it?
Absolutely.
Does it?
Yeah.
It does.
We have all
How?
those type of people in church.
How? When?
Wow. Especially the people who are on stage.
Okay.
The people who are seen.
Okay.
You know,
Like the praise and worship, the ushers and stuff.
Yeah, where people, you're visible, and you'd see comments
So
like.
people will send you messages later.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yes.
They'll DM you
Call you
like,
to
hey,
the
we'll come
side.
and
Yeah.
hapo mbele tu kitambi tu
Kitambi.
hapo kusoma tu announcements.
Especially,
Somebody
when
can
you
do
get
that.
married and then you add weight. Na marriage inakupeleka vizuri.
Nobody sent
I'll
me.
be done.
Nobody DM'd me.
There's something with maboyo wa kimari.
Yeah.
Unaangalia picha yao
Si-
kupigana na kiwa mara washindo kwani mzee.
Because anapikiwa sasa.
Okay.
Anyway. But yeah, church, those people who are visible. Yeah.
So, this is major then why should it come from the church? I thought it comes from probably workplace, when you're walking around town, probably you meet for family gatherings and stuff. Now, our focus is how does it affect your life as a Christian, matters regarding serving?
Yeah.
Like, does it affect you? Does it push you to do that so that you can be accepted before God? Does it, or does it push you so that you can be accepted amongst your peers? Is there such a? Have you ever had like for instance, I know of people who have tattoos, for instance. All this is around body and image. A tattoo of Jesus. Is it wrong? Is it wrong to have a tattoo of Jesus? Is
Hey,
it?
tumeruka from body shaming to tattoos.
No,
Tattoos
it's okay.
needs
I'm
a
coming
whole-
there. You're coming
Yeah.
there.
So okay, I hear you. I
So,
hear you.
so ukiona mtu anasema I hear you, Sheila, probably the
what I
question
feel
should be this: do you have a tattoo of Jesus?
I don't have any tattoo on my body.
Okay.
I don't think I ever will get one.
Okay. Would you get one?
Never.
Okay. Why? Do you have a reason?
Yeah.
Because the Bible supports no you don't have to.
Because
Okay.
I feel like I have not. Okay, number one, I'm not interested. Like it's not a thing for me. Like number two, I have not done my research to the point where I know for sure this is what the Bible says about tattoos. So I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you're in a church whereby the pastor has tats? So?
Yeah.
The guy on the keys
Yeah.
has tats.
Yeah.
Your peers, mwenye mnakalia huko nyuma
Yeah.
kusema amen,
Yeah.
wako na tats.
Yeah. I mean-
does it pressurize you to feel like, say labda, say ndo I think God anasikia say more. I think I need to put a tat so that, I can-
Absolutely not.
Does it give
I
you
was
such
actually in
pressure?
that situation because one of the churches, not one of the churches, the church I went to
Okay.
when I went for Bible school, one of my pastors had tattoos huku kwote mpaka huku kwa neck. And it wasn't just one pastor, but it was because in his previous life, before he got saved,
had
like
them.
he was in gangs, whatever. So when he got saved, now what are you supposed to do? Throw away your body, like
Now the Bible says, of course, when anyone who is in Christ is a new creation.
creation. Exactly.
The old is gone and the new has come.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's not going to
I-
make me feel at ease, what, because I know they've been made new.
Now, going back to body shaming again, because this is major. Tattoos also is another topic
It's another
by
topic,
itself.
yes.
Have you ever been to a point whereby you were body shamed and you ended up enrolling to a gym? This is all around, encompasses around service towards God. Sawa. And you ended up in a gym somewhere, or you ended up, body shaming can be not necessarily about being fat, can be about your complexion. Probably
Yeah.
someone told you, you're dark. See, not mentioning anybody who's
Really?
darker around here. But I mean, you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
So somebody tells you, "Hey, mazewe ni mweusi, maze," So and then does it give you pressure, like you want to go and do skin lightening? Would you give you such pressure? Is it happening in church? Ama ni uko nje tu?
I think I know of an example.
Okay.
There's the particular places where people just go. It's actually churches. They go looking.
Dapper.
To the point.
Yeah.
So there's this mama we met in the salon, and she was saying, "Me, I have to do my nails because when I lift up my hands,
Wow.
Exactly.
Yani,
Wow.
exactly.
You need God to see my hands, oh Jesus.
I'm comfortable
See
lifting
them.
my hands because I don't want the person. I don't want the person looking at me be like,
Hakufanya makosa.
"Kwani wewe?"
You're from Mushara.
Wow.
So I think the crowd you're in
That's true.
kind of pulls you.
It
That's
can,
true.
right?
Yeah, it pulls you.
I think that's where I wanted us to go, because I mean that's pure pressure. Like you want to do that because you want to appear like you're
Yeah.
you're dapper, you're that one. You do your nails, you do your tips. Other things. How about
Hey, unajua tips.
And then Meshangata me, I was like, tips.
I am married. I forgot my ring, but I'm married, so I have a wife. I have a daughter. My daughter actually anaitisha tips. 1 year old, for your information. But anyway, other than even tips and all that, is the pressure there? So we all agree the pressure is there, right? The pressure is there to do things to please men, but not God.
Yeah.
Sawa.
Yeah.
How about dressing?
Just before.
Just before we okay.
On skin tone.
Okay.
And
Billy, are you interested to do something?
not really. You know, one thing I thank God, ever since I was young, I've been a strong-willed child, and up to now. But somewhere, I think in high school, not in high school, I think in primary class 7, class 8, people started calling me my own name, Billy, after campus.
Okay.
All along, imekuwa Blackie,
Wow.
Nyeusi.
Anyone nasema
Biro.
wow. I mean, where is the white part there? I mean,
You see,
what
was in high
I'm
school.
calling you Nyeusi, Kai.
Manze,
Nyeusi was
Nyeusi
bad.
niaje. So it reached a point now, I just had to accept it. But ikafika place now, ikaanza kuwork on my good.
Okay.
You see?
How?
Ukafungua page.
Imefungua page sasa yangu.
Oh.
My own business.
Nyeusi.com.
Black Child Wears.
Wow.
Hey.
Hey. Okay.
So Billy, help us understand. So did it affect your self-esteem? Did it? Because
At some point, I kind of struggled with it. But the fact that thinking of bleaching was never popped up in my mind. I think I just like I said, I am a strong-willed person. I cannot be easily, I would say, for lack of better word, yani kwa chini, umepata. So somehow
when you are strong.
Yeah, somehow I thank God nearly pulled through it.
Okay.
And another thing on piercing, though you've not mentioned
Exactly.
it. In high school, I used to do studs. No, the magnets one. So
I
at
did
some
it
point,
myself.
you also did it.
Please.
Kama kuna boy hajapiga
Please, start. Na unajua, I remember back then ulikuwa masupra.
Masupra.
You know Supra Sheila?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes. Kwanza
Those
zile
shoes
za
are ugly
purple.
though.
They are so ugly.
Those shoes
Sheila,
are
you know
ugly.
Supra?
Yes, I know Supra.
How old are you again?
Where? I'm very old.
Like everyone
Back
said.
to you, Billy.
So, I remember nilikuwa nataka sana kutoboa masikio. Kafika place, I remember I went to one of the banks in town. And this teller who was serving me was, I think, by then he was a 40-year-old dude. And I think he had 2 or 3 kids. And so he had pierced both of his ears, but he didn't have studs on. So I was like, this guy, he has a wife right now and probably has kids. So if in future he would be counseling his kids wasitoboe masikio, watasikiaje? So niliangalia situation, nikasema hapana, I think of future of my kids. Sijita kama boys wangu watoboe. So sikutoboa. But I thank God for my sister. So siku moja nimempeleka salon, and so she told the lady, jamaa amekuwa kitaka kutobolewa masikio, nimempea dakika moja, fikiria sasa kama unataka kutobolewa nisha, mpaka akatoboa kanipa. Saa hiyo. Nikapiga hesabu mbio ule jamaa akasema hapana, niko poa.
Si ungesema hiyo dupe.
Ndio hiyo sasa.
But does that mean
Okay.
are we saying piercing is wrong for guys? Or is it a preference?
I think your image speaks a lot about you.
That's true.
They say how you dress, it's a window of yourself, not of your soul, but it just says a lot about you.
Billy, allow me to cut you short.
Okay.
Do we have a standard image for a Christian? Do we have a standard? A Christian should dress like this, should not pierce, should not do tats, or should do this. Do we have a standard? Do we?
What do you think?
I don't think there's a standard.
I think there's a standard.
You think there's a
I
standard?
think there's a standard that
Should
has
be a
already been
standard.
put.
There should
No,
be a
as in
standard.
terms of there's a preconceived idea of how a Christian should. I don't know if I've gotten your question correctly, but I feel like there's a preconceived idea of what a Christian should look like, and if you don't look like that, you'll get some side eyes. Like, for example, I know, like let me not say, but the generation before us, I know, like, for example, dreads.
Used to be the in thing.
No, used to be like our parents
Like if you have
would look at
dreads.
dreads and it's like
a rebel.
yeah, a rebel, Mongiki, associated with Mongiki
Exactly.
and all that. So in like that generation's head, ukiona mtu na dreads, ameokoka kweli huyu. You know, ukiona mtu na piercing, ameokoka huyu kweli. Ama na tattoo, ameokoka kweli. So there's that preconceived idea of what the Kenyan, because also it's cultural. Because in America,
Exactly.
things are different.
Exactly,
You know,
it is,
there's the
it is.
preconceived idea of what a Kenyan Christian or an African Christian should look like. Absolutely.
There is,
I was looking at it like now. Because now I think the bar has just gone a bit lower. There's still a standard.
Yeah.
But right now the bar has gone a bit lower.
Okay.
Because you remember there was a time even wearing like jeans, trousers to church.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
it was.
right
Yes.
now it's fine.
Yeah.
Right now it's fine.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying there's the standard
Aspect
is just
of religion.
Yes.
Religion
I think
also
so.
comes in so much there, because I mean, somebody would argue like this. I'm not okay with a preacher who comes to a church and you know, amevaa bili unakumbuka una zile trousers nakonga na nini na nini hapa nitangwa nini tacking ama zinatangwa nini unazijua, alafu ni ma 3 button, you know, 3 button suti, you know, kuna mtu angepotea immediately after the introduction, you know, because image is key. Same thing to in campus. If you're being introduced as a preacher, if you don't have a degree, nobody will listen to you. Actually, I kid you not, 60% watapotea. Cause uko kampo maze, sisi tunasoma, you know, tunasoma alafu unatuletea nani? Lazima Buddha. Introduction ni holds a master's degree in LLB from UON. It's because it's
There's
important.
some people you can't reach
It's
without
important.
that.
You can't reach some people unless you become like a mentor to them. You know, something that they look up to, somebody that they aspire to be. So if they're in school, they're studying, alafu nakuja kutupreach na naambia story ya Jesus, and you don't look the part. The same way back in the day, preachers wenye walikuwa na ka bike kablaki pia washirika walikuwa na hivyo, you know, because you also attract what you are. So the focus is, does really image or identity, you know, make you do things so that you can, you know, become like a certain clique of people, or identify with the in thing now is to, you know, to do these things, you know. Is it okay for somebody who's coming up to say, I mean, the guy who plays keyboard in our church, you know, has dreads. Can I put them on? You know, do I need to? Is it? Do I have to do it? You know, do I have to have a 6-pack like Billy? You know, Billy is yet na kusifu. Anajua una. No, please don't show us, please. No, do I have to have a good body like so and so, you know? Do I have to, I know, press my tuck in my for ladies now? Do I have to tuck in my tummy? Do I have to do? I mean, let's say it as it is, a boob what do they call it? A boob job. I mean, do I have to do the
Silicone.
what exactly? Silicone. Do I have to do that so that I can fit in and feel like I am, you know, I am that guy, you know? Do I have to do that?
Unfortunately, sometimes people feel like that. And like Hilda said, there are some places you go and that's just the environment that you're in. Okay. And for you to fit in, you just have to. Like, okay, you don't have
You
to.
just have to.
As in, for them to accept you, that's what they would require you to do. However, I'm not saying that it's correct.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you should, because you shouldn't be put in a position where you're pressured into something that you're not.
Okay.
Into something that you don't believe in. But just because you want to fit in, at now you should silicone, skin lightening. First of all, I don't even believe in skin lightening, no matter what your reason is.
Accept yourself.
Accept yourself.
Okay.
Accept yourself.
How about you've been body shamed your whole life, so you've never accepted yourself?
Change your circle.
Change your
Honestly,
circle.
change your circle.
By circle, do you mean the church
Your
as
friends. If that's where the pressure is coming from,
well? Okay.
change it.
Change it.
Okay. So you guys have never tried all these things. I mean, we've talked about ourselves. We've tried to pierce our ears. Have you done any of these things?
Okay, I'm still growing up, but
And as growing up,
I mean,
but
she
I'm
was
still
like-
growing up.
Please God, why did you ask me that question? Okay.
my mom always told me the people who like bleach their skin, it always backfires.
Yeah.
So I was
it's
always
bad.
You're
scared.
looking at the consequences.
I was
yeah.
always
Yeah.
scared. And just from there, I learned to love my skin.
Yeah.
So I've never tried any of that.
Yeah.
I've done some gymming, of course, sometimes.
And it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Gymming
Yeah,
is
it is.
healthy.
But then it is ingine.
It's a
I'm just
profitability.
scared that you'll put one thing, it'll bust. Umesikia hizo story?
No, uko kwa ndege, vitu zina happen.
Vitu
things
zina
bad.
happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly. And then the thing with this, with just adding stuff to yourself, you have to continue doing it.
Yeah.
You don't do it once and that's it. You know, God gave you that skin and that's it. Kabisa. Maybe age, but that's it. These things you have to continue. And they're not cheap.
Yeah, they are not cheap. But they're cheap ones as well.
And those are the
I
bad
know
ones.
That's
I know
not-
places.
So you
Those
see
are the
those
bad
cheap
ones.
ones. Those cheap
Those are
ones.
the ones that
eh.
backfire.
Exactly.
Badly. Kwanza, the way I think, let's just say that the person who's very famous for skin lightening, I mean, she has the money for that, for the proper skin lightening. Like, unajua there's that skin lightening in Akambaya, your knuckles look black, your knuckles
Huku by the way
don't
huwezi
change.
skin lighting. Na huku kwa magoti.
Now as
Na
you
huku,
change.
Imagine
eh,
unaweza. Unaweza.
Kwani,
When
hebu
you
tell
right
us about
now-
it.
If you have money.
Oh, it's
If
possible.
you have money.
If you have money,
Yeah,
you can.
but not everyone is able to do that,
afford doing
to
that,
do
yeah, true.
the proper one. So everyone is wanting to go for the cheaper option, of course. And those are normally the worst. Those are normally the worst.
I think, hold on to that thought right there. Because when we come back, we're going to continue this conversation. Please don't touch that dial. We're going to be back after the moment.